got hold of this beautifully. Placed it over extra cover, but there, as he ran, you see he's injured himself. Is it a cramp? Is it a hamstring? It looks to me like some cramp. All the excitement of the night.
Back here at the Stanford cricket ground, 12 overs gone, 121 for 2 is the Grenada score. They're already travelling here. Run rate of over 10 runs and over, just over 10 runs and over. We could be in for a total in excess of 200. Nevis is 213 against Antigua in 2006, the highest total so far.
Because I'd be tempted to bring back my fast bowler. I'd be bringing back Walters now. I want him to come back in the attack, give him 2 overs and tell him to strike. Because if you don't, you're in trouble. That's the batting card. And 27 and 65 kicked them off beautifully, but you need to make inroads there.
Should get around to make the save. He does. He'll come back for a second. Fletcher just struggling a bit here. Fitness levels are really questionable. A lot of the players here have suffered from cramp during the course of the match.
Well, now, will the injury hamper him? 2 or 3 overs being injured, and suddenly they can lose their way here.
Yeah, he's not sprinting now, he's just jogging. Is Andre Fletcher. He's suffering from cramp, I think, and it's certainly handicapped him.
I'm not sure it's cramp, you know. I reckon it could be like a quad, top of his leg. That's good bowling, very good bowling. Just 4 off the over. It's what they need. 125 for 2.
Yeah, just have a look here and see what the matter is with Fletcher. They brought something out for him. One of the reserve players brought out a drink for him. But he definitely is limping. He's got 68, 40 deliveries, Fletcher. That's a view from inside the Sticky Wicket restaurant, overlooking the ground. Nice viewing area where you can sit at the bar and enjoy your drinks, have a meal there as well and watch your cricket. Well, not through that window, you'll be looking somewhere else to watch your cricket from. We're looking through those blue lights, which are a representation of the bales on the stumps. It's right in front of the Sticky Wicket restaurant, and also a museum there. They've got a Hall of Fame, West Indies Hall of Fame, West Indies players. Very well appointed. Hey, there you go, Pat. Your man's come back.
Right. Come back and strike for me, Kelbert. That's what the captain's saying. I need you now. And just maybe the adrenaline and the emotions have gone out the body, and he's more aware of now getting the ball in the right area. The batsmen have put helmets on. That's a good sign. He's started to build a reputation already. Now, what about a little slip? Let's put a slip in place. Maybe it's second slip. He's going to have some juice. Bring 1 or 2 men in. Create a little bit of pressure.
Well, he's right on target with the first delivery. Wants to be there or thereabouts. He had real difficulty early on spraying the ball away, mainly outside the off stump. Get a little in swing as well.
Yeah, it'll go with the wind. The breeze is across the ground towards the leg stump, so he should bring it in, but almost looked like a little bit of reverse swing.
He bowls a no ball. He's been indisciplined in the terms of extras. We'll have a free hit now. Luther Kelly signals the free hit. Tell you what, if you had a free hit to Luther Kelly in his day, you could be assured that it would go a long way. He was a big hitter, Luther Kelly. Played for the Leeward Islands. Attacking, big hitting batsman. Umpiring now. There's the free hit. It'll only cost one. And pressure on the fielder, and also pressure on Fletcher himself, who's, in spite of that injury, took on the second run and got it quite comfortably.
Well, that was good running. They were very aware of the little fumble in the outfield. As it happened, they set off. They're trying to get Fletcher off strike, and they made a mistake. Look at this. He ambled in, leant down, and bang, that's enough. He's gone. He's back on strike.
So that could be a no ball. Yes, it is a no ball called for over the waist. They don't get a free hit for that. Only get a free hit when they step the front crease.
Well, he's on the front foot, is Fletcher. He's looking to drive. I push him back a little bit. I think the driving school should be closed for Fletcher. The next time he drives should be in the car on the way home.
Down the ground, a catch in the outfield. Take on. So Fletcher goes. High catch. He had to run in to take it. That's got him going. The Anguilla posse with your boy coming back and getting the wicket.
Well, exactly what he needed. He's come back and done a job for the captain. Got the big man out, Fletcher. That's the wicket they needed. Now, is this the start of something to pull them back in the game? Lovely catch. He made sure of it. And they're on their feet because they've got their man. Junior Johnson was the catcher. Gone for 70 in 45 deliveries. 129 for 3.
So they've got the top scorer. Good innings, very good innings by Fletcher. Out caught in the deep. Well bowled. New batsman who has come in is John Sylvester. He wasn't facing because that ball was in the air long enough for the batsman to have crossed. Telesford is a batsman who's beaten here.
And he's lucky to be there. He was late coming forward. There was a little bit of swing. I could have bowled him as easy as look at it. And that's what I think this young man can do, Walters. Now bring a man in. Bring one or two players in. Put him under pressure. He's got a slip in place now, which is good. Make sure there's no single to get him off strike.
Yeah, that's slack. Long on had to come in mid-wicket, could have come around. They weren't alert to the second run. The batsmen were. Johnson had to come all the way in from long on. The ball was going slowly. Mid-wicket might have come around quicker and got it. He lets it go. Johnson's on the way and they get the second.
Well, as a fast bowler with one ball left, you dearly want to be bowling to the man who hasn't faced the delivery. And he couldn't keep him on strike because the fielder let him down. Right, one ball left. Can he make another breakthrough? Dismiss this one as well.
End of the over. Wicket in it, but 132 for 3 still represents an average of 9.43 per over.
Well, Sylvester's joined the party. He hasn't faced a ball yet. Having a chat to Telesford there. No doubt they will have set some goals in the change room. Said what is a good score. I'd fancy anything over 180, 190 is what they'll be looking at here.
$132 for 3 at the moment after 14 overs, and I've got a very excited spectator alongside me. It's Chuck Hodge, the Anguilla captain's mother. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite all right.
Okay, your boy's got a wicket.
He's got 2.
Oh, my mistake. He's got 2. But that's what they need to do now. A couple more wickets to get right back in this game.
Yes. If he get a wicket, he'll take everything else.
How nervous was Chucker before this game?
Beg your pardon?
How nervous was Chucker before this
Well, to tell you
game?
the truth, I saw him about 2 minutes before he went on the field. I did not see him.
Okay.
He didn't know I was here actually until this morning.
Oh, okay. So you've surprised him. He flew in special for the game with some of your friends as well?
Yes, yes.
What do you first time at the Stanford Cricket Ground or not?
Well, last night was the first time.
Okay, your first time though. Did you come last time as well to the
No,
ground?
I didn't come last time.
So what do you think of the ground?
Oh, it's wonderful. It is beyond imagination.
And I guess you want to come back for the next game.
Well, hopefully. One problem I might have is that I'm taking care of my grandchildren,
Okay.
and that might stand in my way, but I'll
You got to
try.
try. They've got to win this one for starters. What's he like as a son? He's a nice kid. What's he like as a
Of
son?
course he is. He's a wonderful son.
Okay.
Mhm.
And a talented
Very
cricketer.
affectionate. Oh, yes.
And why is he
Lives,
captain?
breathes,
What attributes has he got to be a good captain?
Well, I guess it's his attitude. I always taught him to be humble, no matter what. All my children, I tell him to be humble, never let anything go to their heads.
Okay. Well,
Always.
certainly is nice to hear. They've got
And
a
to
young.
be respectful.
Sorry.
And to be respectful.
Yeah, that's very important. It's a very young team, isn't it? It's a young bunch of guys who have really got good drive and desire for their cricket.
Well, all of them, I'm sure, every one of them, every last one of them, they are very enthusiastic about the game, and they take it very seriously. Very, very seriously.
Okay, well they've certainly got to do some more work here. And a good coach, Cutting Connor, does a great job
Yes,
with the boys.
he is. Yes, he has done that. Yes, he has.
There's Chaka. That's a face only a mother could love.
Yes, I gave him a kiss before he went on the field. That was the first time I saw him.
Okay, Mrs. Hodge, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you very much. I will.
Okay, end of the over. We'll be back shortly.
Grenada not with quite the score that they were looking for at this stage. Really started off at a helter-skelter rate, but they've been pulled back a bit. In fact, the last over from Ray cost only 2 runs. So 134 for 3, 5 overs remain, and they carry through until the end. Ian Bishop, and with him is Bruce Yardley.
Thank you, Tony. Only 28 runs off the last 5 overs. Walters. If you've just joined us, this young man, Calvert Walters, is just 17 years of age. He's clocked around 86 miles per hour. Sure enough, his control hasn't been bang on target tonight, but don't hold that against him, who has been extremely accurate at the age of 17. He is a talent. He has huge potential. It's a hello to Bruce Yardley.
Yes, Bish, they've been reined in a little here, Grenada. A rattling start, but some terrific bowling from Shudarth Ray. 3 overs, none for 9, and Walters being brought back and took that important wicket. The run rate is dropping quite dramatically. They've lost 3 wickets. Quick single, should be a leg by, I think. I don't think he got any bat on that. Signalled by the umpire. So they've got 4.5 overs left. They've got it. They've got to get 10 and over from here on in. They've got 7 wickets in hand. and that'll get them a winning score. I think that'll take them up to about 180, 190. I thought they were set for 220 at one stage where they got off to that fabulous start, but some fighting qualities from this young Anguilla side.
He's pacey. Like to see how it develops. And I'd like to see him over the next 4 years or so to see where Calvert Walters gets to. I hope he isn't left on his own. I certainly know that Cardigan Connor won't leave him on his own. Cardigan Connor, the Anguillan coach. But the higher authorities need to have their input as well. Looked like he rolled his fingers over it. Looked like a slower ball. Very clever. That's the Anguillan flag. A lot of their supporters have come down to support the team, including the Chief Minister. And because one or two of our crew members emanate, like my commentator to my left, I'll have very little comment on that flag. Sorry, Bruce. That was the Australian flag. Good quick single. But just 2 runs off the over, 16 overs gone, and Anguilla pulling it back, 136 for 3.
What a great comeback from Walters. He got belted in his first 2 overs. He had none for 23. He's come back and he got the danger man Fletcher out and bowled his last 2 overs for just 8 runs. So terrific. It's got them back in the game. If they can just hold it from here, they might find themselves just chasing about 160, 170. Fantastic crowd. Every game it's been packed here. 136 for 3 after 16. Projected at 8.5, and that's what they're batting at. Will be 170. If they can get 10 and over from here on in, they'll get to 176. But this man, Sylvester, is bowling very, very well. This is his last over, and he's varied his pace beautifully. Left arm orthodox around the wicket, angling in, and then just holding a few back. And they're struggling to get hold of him. The ball's not coming on for them. And there's, oh, this should be close if he hits, and he misses. Given the ball's coming on nicely and the batsman hitting through the line of the ball, well, then it's time to bring the spinners on, the slower bowlers, and back off the pace and upset the rhythm of the batsman, and that's what they've done. They've had pace from one end and the spinner from the other. That's pretty big. It's too big. 6 more.
He's an experienced cricketer, John Sylvester. His brother, Keston Sylvester, also played for Grenada and the Windward Islands, but John's been around for some time. Straight down the ground, good full face of the bat. It's one of the shorter areas of the boundary. It was close enough to him, and he didn't go across the line. He went straight. Fantastic experience. This is high this time. He didn't get to the pitch, and that could be out. It's taken. I think it's clever bowling, because he was going and aiming to hit it down the ground. I think the length was pulled back. It might have been a little bit slow, and he had to drag it to mid-wicket. Good catch.
Daniel Proctor took the catch. It's a very good catch also. He's running in. It looked like it was going a long way. It was beautifully bowled. You're right, Bish. He held it back. Brilliant bowling. And joyous celebrations there. John Sylvester's gone for 7, 143 for 4.
Over the top and 6. Telesford striking it well. 2 sixes and a wicket in the over.
Not a bad shot, was it? Collapsed on the back leg to get underneath the ball, and he'll go again. Oh, that is massive. Oh, still going. They might lose that one as well. 3 sixes in the over, 17 gone. It's 155 for 4.
What an over. What an over. Momentum was stalling. Ray hit ball pretty good. In fact, he picked up a wicket in the over, but this has gone into the airport car park. Don't think it's quite as far as Lyndon James is from the other night. But it's gone a fair distance. .155 for 4. We've got 3 overs left in the innings. Rate of scoring at the moment just over 9, so I'm sure that Grenada will be looking for around an average of 10-12 per over these next 3 overs. It does offer an opportunity though for Anguilla to get wickets when batsmen are playing, and particularly a new batsman at the crease in Andrew, who's yet to face a ball, Daniel Proctor. Was expensive over the course of his first 2 overs. Bowled a new ball and didn't have the control that he would have required.
Kyron Andrew, just 24 years of age. Not a great delivery first up from Daniel Proctor, but he got away with it. Only the single. It was his first ball. It was a sider for him. He didn't quite pick it up. Kyron Andrew, but it's got Clyde Tellisford on strike, and we wonder if he'll just keep going here. I think he should. He's a sweet hitter of the ball. We've seen that. At this rate, they'll get 182. There he goes again, and taken. Great catch. Proctor strikes. Change of pace, you see, the spinner, he hit for 2 sixes and then just a bit quicker, and he didn't quite get it.
Couldn't quite get underneath the ball. It was probably just a little closer than he would have liked. He could have done with it just being maybe about a foot shorter in length so he could get under it and lift it. It's a quick fire 21, 156 for 5.
So, entertaining stuff. The crowd are loving it. It's just a party. It just goes on and on and on. We don't need carnival here at the Stanford Cricket Ground. It's a jammin'. What do you call it here in the West Indies? They're jammin', aren't they? They're jammin', man.
Etienne is the new batsman, age 21, one of the youngsters in this Grenada team. We remind you, without Raul Lewis, who has been away on West Indies duty, as well as Devon Smith. Umpires, I think, will be checking to see whether the batsman crossed while that ball travelled in the air down to long on. If in fact they did cross, then it should be Andrew on strike. Important to get these things right. Catch is taken here, and this is where the batsman was, so it doesn't look as though they actually crossed before the catch was taken, and this is confirmation. So round of applause for our technical team, who find new and innovative things to do. So what does this mean? It means that it should be Andrew on strike. Yes, they have to change it around. It should be Andrew on strike. In fact, at the end, the new batsman, and they have changed now.
Well, they're still in this, Anguilla. They've got 2 new batsmen in. Andrew's only faced 1 ball, and Etienne is on strike for the first time. Get another wicket here. Nice diving save by the keeper. Depends on how strong their batting lineup is. They're a young team, Anguilla, and not a lot experienced. But I just thought they'd be chasing 220 early on. But they've pegged it back to 8.97 and over. I thought they'd be chasing 11 and over. And it's giving them a chance. And it was some good captaincy, I think, in bringing Calvert Walters back in to bowl. Got the wicket, got the big wicket of Fletcher.
Yeah!
Oh, good hustle. Turned a single into 2 by running the first one hard.
Started pegging them back around the 8th over of the innings, and that first wicket fell. They were scoring at about 12 runs per over after 5 overs. That was 2 runs scampered.
The bowler's in the firing line here. He's got to try and get to the stumps. He's got that one away all right, and then it comes back at him. And he's just clipped his fingers, that hurt. Well bowled to finish the over, 161 for 5.
18 overs completed, 161 for 5. 2 overs to go.
$161 for 5. Only 2 overs left in the innings. Good total in the making here from Grenada. The full knock of 70 from Andre Fletcher. I really saw a lot of Andre Fletcher in 2006 in the Stanford Twenty20 tournament. And in his first match in this year's tournament, he's shown us again, given us a reminder of his talent. Now Murray Banks needs to show his experience and skill. He was expensive in his first 2 overs. He'll only be able to add 1. He won't bowl his full quota because only 2 overs left. Oh, missed stumping, missed stumping.
He thinks he's got him. I was just going to say it's a tough one for the keeper. He's so far down the track, he's had time to get him. It was a difficult take because it went under the bat. The batsman actually yorked himself, and he's finally got it onto the bails, onto the stumps, and the bails are removed, and it's pretty close to being run out, but it'll be called stumped. He's gone. So a terrific recovery here by Anguilla. And they're giving themselves a chance. Chasing 190, 200, probably no chance. You can see how far he was down the track. Good recovery by the keeper, Jamar Hamilton. Tien's gone for 1. It's 161 for 6.
Camillus Alexander is the new batsman. An experienced player. Murray Banks has got his name into the wickets column. Well, the wicketkeeper is certainly a ball of energy. I thought he'd missed the opportunity. I thought he'd fluffed the opportunity over the last wicket, but when we saw it from the appropriate angles, the batsman was so far down, and he kept his head, he kept his composure, having dropped the ball early on. kept his awareness about him, realised how far the batsman was, and executed the stumping nevertheless. Jamal Hamilton. Now, is that gone? Hamilton thinks he's had him. He's only 17 years old, Hamilton. He thinks he has his man. I wonder what the umpires think.
When he took the ball, he had his back to, was he unsighted? Takes it, he can't see the batter, and I reckon he's safe. I reckon he's knocked the bails off with the elbow before he actually took the ball. So I reckon that's not out. You can knock it off with your arm as long as you've got the ball. Give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's in. Bat didn't lift off the ground. He's got it grounded. Give him not out. Third umpire. Gee, we're good, aren't we? But they've lifted it. It's been a terrific fight back by Anguilla. I mentioned it before, but you know, when you get young people, you get them together for a tournament like this, they can very easily just fall apart after being belted in the first 10 overs. To come back so strongly in the second shows a bit of character, I reckon. And they're bowling well enough. These lower order batsmen just can't get underneath the ball to hit it out of the park. So a good over so far, the wicket, and just 4 runs. Really needing, you know, 15 and over off the last couple. But obviously the ball is just a little bit damp. The outfield is still a little damp. Banks just drying the ball. Nicely put away back at a point. They should come for 2, and they get them easily.
Couple of runs off the final delivery of the over. It's now the highest score in the tournament, 169 for 6.
Okay, so just 1 over to go, and they don't want to be trying to hit them on the ground. They've got to get a few over the top. 169 is gettable at the moment. 1 more over to go. They've got to try and get 10 off this last over, gets them to 180, 10 or 11. And that would be hard to get, but so how many can Grenada get in this last over, and who's going to bowl it? Daniel Proctor, he'll be under a bit of pressure to make sure that he bowls as full as possible so they can't get underneath the ball and loft it out of the park. Medium fast, you wouldn't say is quick. And here we go, last over. He should pick up the bat and try and hit him for 6. Well bowled. Nice and full. You just can't afford to bowl short on a very good batting pitch that this is, because with the ball bouncing up to the batsman, it means they can get underneath it and they can hoik it anywhere they want. So nice and full, the order of the day. Well done. It should be kept to a single, but they should push for 2. They don't. Oh, there we are. Bad throw, bad return, and it's cost them a run. God, how important are they at this time of the day? Just the return that got away from him as he threw it. Richardson, yeah, look at that. Maybe a bit greasy, the ball. I guess if you can't get underneath them to hit them for 6, you've got to get as many as you can. Make sure you score off every delivery. So not a bad start this from Daniel Proctor. Just the 4 runs. Look how that run rate graph has been on the downhill slide right from the very first over. They got off to a cracking start. That's a good shot, but will be gathered down there at long off. So well bowled, good shot, very good fielding. All-round cricket's terrific. You're up to 174. A couple of boundaries off the last 2 deliveries will be very, very handy here for Grenada. Through mid-wicket, he should get 2. Well, this is tremendous so far. Now, can he close it out here? Daniel Proctor, 1 ball remaining. No boundaries off the last over, which is a terrific effort from him. Right up in the block hole this needs to be, and it is. And should be kept to a single. They're coming back. Oh, bad throw. They got 2 off the last delivery. 9 from the over. And the final score after the 20 overs, 178 for 6. They'll be happy with that, Grenada. Would have been happy with 220, but Anguilla fought back. Let's go to Mike Hayesman.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. I've got Andre Fletcher alongside me. Andre, first of all, well played. Again, you've made some people stand up and take notice.
All right, thank you very much. I have decided, to go there and play, my positive game. Remembering from last year what I have did in the semi-finals, I decided, my team needs me to go there and give them a very good start. And me and my captain, we have decided to go there no matter what, play our natural game, and that's what we did.
Tell us about the conditions for batting. It looked very good for batting.
Well, the wicket is playing fairly okay. The condition is not really okay for bowling with the fieldsmen, so that's why I guess as much. Batting should be all right.
Okay, now you were on track at one stage for 200. You were just below that. What was the initial total, and do you think it's enough?
Well, our aim was, 150. Anything over that was a plus. I think we got to 177. I think that our bowlers are capable to, keep Anguilla under that total.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
177 for 6 off 20 overs for Grenada. Andre Fletcher confirmation of that 70 of 45 deliveries, 21 to Telesford, and 11 off just 7 balls to Camillus Alexander at the end.
Best bowler was Shridath Ray, 1 for 28 off 4. Hodge got 2 for 26, but I thought it was Ray who pegged him back in the middle of the innings there and created some pressure. Just shared the wickets, and there's the target. Anguilla need 178 runs to win from 20 overs at 8.9 runs per over. Let's go for a break now. We're back shortly.
So 2020 indeed, second version, 2008, and Grenada piling up 177 for 6. A fine innings by Anguilla Fletcher at the top. Looked at one stage that they get 200, but they were pulled back. And now they have to get 178 to win Anguilla. It's a steep target for them. Very young team, average age of 19 and a half. And the opening batsman here, Lindell Richardson and Chesney Hughes. Hughes at the age of 17. Youngster with great promise, and one who holds out hopes not only of Anguillans but people all over the West Indies for the future. And it's going to be Hughes who will take strike. Correction, Richardson will take strike. With Pascal, Milan Pascal. Off the mark right away, just off the mark. Milan Pascal following through.
Dylan Pascoe, was he fired up for the first delivery or not? Charged in and chased the ball down himself. Couldn't restrict the single, but wonderful endeavour from him as he comes across. And wow, if he'd hit, it was out. Wouldn't that have been a great start if he'd hit?
Chesney Hughes, a single. Tumbling all over the place like a circus out there. So both batsmen off the mark.
Quick single taken. Just that little stumble, slide. He made it easily. But a good start from Pascal, up to nearly 140 Ks, his second delivery.
In the air, the third man. And he got beaten. He ran past it, he got body beaten. Baptiste allowing it to go away for 4. Cut shot, short and wide and quick.
It's high and it's actually got some spin on the ball. And it'll probably kick back the other way here, and did him on the second bounce. It's always the second bounce. It's amazing that. Bounces first and it just moves a fraction, then the second bounce it kicks to the right. So the cut shot, it's a slicing shot that imparts spin on the ball.
That's close. That's very close. May just have been struck outside the off stump, perhaps. Luther Kelly says not out.
Pitches outside off stump, but hits him in line. It's probably the height. Enough doubt in that, I think. Hawkeye tells us that it was just possibly hitting the bail on the way through, so I think that's a pretty good decision. Pascal's a tall man, getting plenty of bounce, and he has to give the benefit of the doubt to the batsman.
Pascal was included in the West Indies squad, the senior squad, which was preparing for the tour of Zimbabwe and South Africa, which ended today in Johannesburg. He was among the 32 at the camp in Barbados. Just some encouragement for the young fast bowler, age of 20. Now playing for the Windward Islands in the first class competition. Bustling fast bowler, 6 runs off his first over.
It was interesting that he got up to nearly 140 Ks in his second delivery, so he's varying his pace. The last delivery was only 124 Ks, and it happens sometimes they're not in rhythm as they let go of the ball. They're not perfectly balanced, so therefore that backs off the pace. Other times it's intentional, and they'll open the fingers on the ball and it comes out slower.
They'll do well to get up to this target of 178 overall. Got to score at virtually 9 runs and over to get there. That's going to take some doing against a well-drilled team, an experienced team. Troy George is going to be the opening bowler for Grenada. They really are testing the fielders here with quick singles. Hughes, a tall left-hander, must have been very close to getting into the West Indies team for the Youth World Cup in Malaysia. Starts in a couple of weeks' time. They're in Bangladesh now, the West Indies under-19, just having a few warm-up matches there before going on to Malaysia. First match against Bangladesh was washed out, and then the second one, West Indies won that one against the Bangladesh under-19 team. They really are pressing these singles. Well, they're young, they're quick. Chesney Hughes, who's really put on some size since the last tournament in 2006 when he was 15. He's now 17.
Yes, I think if you're good enough, you play. Doesn't matter how young you are. Now, there's a bit of a difference in the bowling here from Grenada to what we saw from Anguilla in the opening overs. They were wayward. Kelvin Walters, he went for 23 off his first 2 overs. Bowled wides, and both Campbell and Fletcher, the opening pair for Grenada, actually tore them apart. But then the Anguillans pulled them back to keep them, restrict them. We thought maybe they'd get to about 220. They restricted them to 177. So they'll be. It looks like they're going to just play percentage here, these Anguillan opening pair, and push it around for a while, and then maybe the charge will come later on. We have to wait and see. It's a pretty big task. Grenada felt that 150, 155 was going to be a winning score for them. They got to 177.
Well, they certainly are taking the singles. They're not wasting many deliveries. The problem is they aren't getting boundaries either. But when they don't get boundaries, they're scampering the singles. They've got 10 on the board. This is the second over.
Yes, and when they're not having big overs early, the first 6 overs, the required run rate is climbing all the time. Lofted but short of mid-off. 10 for none.
2 overs completed.
So 168 to win from 18 overs. That's at 9.3 runs per over. They started requiring 8.85, and they're batting at 5. So they can't sit back for too long. Have a look for a couple, and then they've got to play some shots. What a beautiful sight. Look at those gorgeous children. That's an outswinger. That's oh, that's a bit rough. It's missed the outside edge of the bat by a whisker. It's been called a wide.
Luther Kelly was an opening batsman, so I think that explains it. Just seemed to go inside the line there. Yeah, it was harsh, all right, no question.
It was a very good delivery, I thought. Nearly got a wicket. Look at these gorgeous kids. They're the future, and loving it. So they're looking sharp, Grenada in the field. Very, very busy. Covering all the angles. He's got a round quickly. Direct hit. But the bat was grounded, so he's safe. Well, that was just too quick.
Yeah. Well, he's up to 86 miles an hour now. They had him at 77 the last delivery. You say he's varying. It may well be, as you say, Bruce, that he doesn't get the rhythm right with the deliveries which are in the 70s. But when he gets things right, he cranks up to, as the last one, almost 87 miles an hour. And he was through Hughes. Came down late on it. That's a good length and a good line to bowl.
That's up to 140, and he's swinging it as well. That's very impressive. A lot of fast bowlers, well, very fast bowlers don't swing it much. So there's the variation there in the balls that have been bowled.
He's onto them a lot quicker than from the other end. Just get the single. Everyone's got their eyes on Pascal, fast bowler who was, I say, included in the West Indies squad of 32. Another one was Kemar Roach from Barbados, another young fast bowler, big fellow. We've seen another young fast bowler tonight, age of 17, with pace but not yet control. Good save, didn't quite get hold of it.
Well, no fear from Lyndall Richardson. Quite often when someone's bowling this fast, they put the cross-bat shots away because the ball's on to them a bit quickly, but he got hold of that nicely. Unfortunately for him, he hit it straight to a fielder. But it shows me that he has no fear.
Nice shot. Worked it really well. Plenty of wrist in the shot, timing, placement, gets 2 for it. Ends off the over 15 without loss after 3.
2 overs completed, Anguilla 15 without loss.
So just 5 and over so far, and the required rate's now up to 9.6. They wouldn't want it to get over 10.
Three overs gone, 15 for no loss. That's the important thing for Anguilla right now. They haven't lost a wicket. Good shot from Chesney Hughes. I've got Anguilla coach alongside me, Cardigan Connor. Cardigan, what is the game plan here?
To be positive. I think that is the key. We didn't start too well the first 10 overs while we were in the field. They were about 110 for 1, but we came back well, and I believe a great deal in momentum. And when our players came off the field, they were positive about chasing. In fact, whatever the Grenada got, the fact that we felt we pulled back gave us a huge fillip.
Okay, so you're looking to push it around a bit, not looking for the big shots as yet, I would imagine. Or if it's there, they're going.
Well, the case of in the first 6, if it's there, you'll have a go at it. We've got a long batting lineup, so I think the opening batters realize don't do things stupid, just be positive about it.
Okay, you've got a big staff as well. I've noticed there's quite a few guys here.
Well, that's the whole of Anguilla's squad. Well, the key there is that with the pro team, you allowed 16 players, but when the squad of 16 was selected, 4 of them were schoolboys.
Right.
So the idea was that they still could qualify to play in this tournament, but we weren't going to leave anybody at home, so all 20 are here.
Great shot. Straight back over the bowler's head. That is a terrific shot indeed. That's gone for 4. That'll make you happy, Cardi?
It sure does, especially when it's straight. And the key is that for our cricketers, they remain positive. Our average age is only 19, but even from under 15s, this squad of players have been winners. So a case of coming here tonight, sure, it's a big arena, a big audience, television, but they're positive about doing the job.
So they're not overawed at all? They're playing against a pretty good team.
Well, yes, but so are Anguilla as well. I mean, Anguilla are a good team. We won the Leeward Islands tournament with this squad, so they know what it's like to win.
Okay, well, great experience for them as well, and you seem quite relaxed about things. You're not overly concerned about this big total.
Not at all, because at home we've been looking to chase down 160, but know that in the case of today, it was a bit more than we were expecting to chase. But again, whatever was put on the board, we will chase.
There's another variable, the weather. Now, we can't tell with this black sky, but the forecast is for a few showers. You prepared for that if it happens?
Well, yes. Having a list of the Duckworth-Lewis, the fact is that we know where we need to be, and we'll make every effort to be there.
Okay, Cardi, thanks very much for your views. I'll let you go back and enjoy your large squad.
I will enjoy it too. Thank you very much.
Cardigan Connor, terrific coach here in the Caribbean, extremely experienced. Let's go back upstairs.
Cardigan Connor, not only the coach of the pro team, but he has another occupation, which I think most people would envy. He's a massier at one of the leading hotels over in Anguilla. In the air and gone away down to the boundary for 4, right behind the keeper. Don't know what shot he was trying there, but whatever it was, it gained him 4. Ends the 4th over, 24 without loss.
A fairy tale. A game for the ages. a success story, a destination, or simply destiny. Antigua and Barbuda, we welcome you.
So 24 without loss. A little bit of trivia, which may titillate those who like this sort of thing. No ball above the waist, I think he'll signal. So high full toss from Pascal gets a no ball call from Luther Kelly. That piece of trivia is that the boundary, the 4 that was struck off the last ball of the previous over is 100th 4 in this year's tournament. Still got some way to go. 392 4s were hit in the 2006 tournament, in addition to 111 6s. So we've now had 40 6s and 100 4s in the tournament.
Chesney Hughes, he looks the goods, doesn't he? He's got a presence about him at the crease. Just 4 overs gone and they've got 25 on the board. Just got to keep his head here and think about where he's going to hit them. They can get themselves into a bit of trouble when they start swinging with no purpose. And when you're a stroke maker, he looks like he likes to play his shots. And you get behind the 8 ball a little. He's got 6 from 12 balls face. He's only batting at 50. And keep your head and make sure you play good cricket shots. If you go